So it's dry out, so trying to get another few stones. Really is a lot louder than the gold belly, and smoky when it starts up. So I'll let that warm up a little bit and we'll bring it for a load of stone, and I'm trying to build the stone as I take it, so I'm not left with a big pile of stone. So that's the plan. Let's see how we get on. It's too busy to go the main road, so I'm going to go the back road. That's two of them out. Car came, so I left the rest of them in the box. I'll get this one here lined up there as best as we can. Do another bit of stonework. I just dropped this one off. There's a few more in the box, and we can see straight away where how that's going to fit in. So let's get that in place, and we're getting a bit closer now to where we need to be. One stone that I had brought yesterday and I can use, but this side here is fairly straight, but this side here is fairly jagged, so I was hitting it a few clouts there with the sledgehammer to try and break it, but I might have to start helping it with the angle grinder with the stone cutting disc on it. I'm just going to try and square it off a bit there, because I think I have a place for it. But yeah, we're going to square it. And these aren't really the kind of stone you'll find around here, so they're just going to be thrown into the shed extension to help fill up the hole there. So that's what we'll do. We'll bring it outside, get the extension lead and square that off a little bit. Tidied up nicely. A bit more usable now anyway. Button that looks kind of good. We'll tidy up some of that there a bit better over time. So I'll go now and do another bit. So now we have a fine load here. Place is nearly cleaned out, stoned. And we'll make our way home. Now the gap is closing. Did a nice little bit there today. We got all of these in. It might only be about 2.5 to 3 foot, but still we worked. Did a nice enough job on it. So now, actually now I'm din air stock on ish, dinner time. So there's plenty more stones in the box here as well. Ní smó tlochan le húsáid. This is smashing even. What else would you be doing? This is calm. Cattle are happy. So am I. So I'll leave it there for this evening. The gold belly there on TVO, so I'm going to bring this for a spin with the old original coil on it. It's been running there for about 20 minutes. That's the best way of testing the coil. So the coil seems to be getting fairly hot to the point where now you'd be worrying, so I have another one with me just in case it burns out, because if you remember in the earlier videos of this series, my coils used to get real hot and the tractor would stop. So this is the best way of testing it, and I have a spare coil in there if we need it. But I have to say this tractor is it's a lot nicer to drive than the Ferguson 20. It's a lot nicer. It's like the steering is lighter, a little bit more lower geared in the steering. 6 gears forward, so you have a better ratio then for driving. So it's going to go the long way around as well, so we'll definitely test the coil. And we're still running anyway, so we'll see how we get on when we get in here and leave it running for a while anyway. Now, fine load on that now, so we'll see how she's like. She's probably going to be a little bit light on top up the front, but sure, look, she's running well. That was a fair bloody load. My God, it's only now when I realise it. Anyway, it handled very well in fairness to it. Very happy with that. That was a great test. That's it now. So that was the final bit there, the little gap there, that's always the weakest, so I'll have to use a bit of cement on that, but still, we are nearly done. There's a few gaps here and there I can correct, but and sure, it's not exactly what you call perfect either, but I just swapped a few of them there as well. I'll do a better job on that as well. But at least it's complete, so we'll collect the rest of them now and call it an evening. Oh, yeah. It's on petrol because the temperature's low. So the new coil, it's still running. It is running hot. The coil is running hot anyway. I'll just lift a bit because makes some fair noise with the exhaust. Yeah, it's running. Is it running as good as it was? Hard to say. I'm only able to go by the throttle is still the same. I mean, you can adjust that with the main jet, but I'm going more so by the exhaust note, really. Doesn't sound bad. It sounds a little bit skippy. Hear kind of labouring every now and again, so I'll just keep using it and see, and after a while I put the new one back in and see does that make a difference, and if it does, well, we know that that's the one to use, but at least we're trying to stick with Lucas.